Couple of times each month, we have someone in from UW Health Pediatric Fitness to talk about ways to keep our kids fit and healthy. And today, Judy Hilgerts is back here. Tell us more about Brendan Ojibwe and his extraordinary achievements in adaptive skiing. So welcome to you both. We can't wait to find out more about this. Judy, what brought Brendan into pediatric fitness and why was he there?
Well, he's one of Dr. Nemeth's patients. One of the goals that we decided that we needed to work on with him was that we had to make sure that as he's turning into a young adult, as you can see, that he needed to have strong enough arms to do everything that he wanted to do. So Dr. Nemeth thought, well, wow, what a great way to get stronger than actually cross-country skiing. So that's kind of how we got to this point.
So tell us how it works, Brendan. You sit in this, and it's made for you. Tell me about it.
It's a sled hockey bucket that I use, and have my feet on the foot plate.
Yeah, we'll show some pictures of you actually using it, too, because it looks very exciting. What do you like about being out there?
Just being in the outdoors and seeing all the people. Yeah.
Do you feel like it really helps you stay in shape, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bet. So, Judy, what are some of the things that Brendan's been doing? The accomplishments. Tell me about some of the races he's been in.
Well, he works with the CXC group. He has some awesome coaches there. He has done, they decided he needed to do an event. This was a couple years ago, the pictures that you're seeing right now of the Barney Berkey, which is the big, the Birkebeiner is this weekend. And he did this, what was it, 2 years ago? That was just the start of the whole thing. Now you've done, what did you do? We went out to West Yellowstone and worked with the Adaptive Paralympic team.
I think that's right there, coming across, you got to carry the torch, right?
Foreign cable, right, in January. For the, what was that, the Special Olympics? No, the Paralympic...
World Championship.
Correct.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And do you, what kind of a feeling does it give you, Brendan, when you cross that finish line? I see a big smile on you.
Good.
Yeah? What feels so good about it?
Being able to finish the race.
And do you have that's a good feeling to set goals and reach them, isn't it? So do you have plans to do something big up north coming up soon? Tell me about
the Adaptive Berkey.
Okay.
Which is a 3K.
Okay, a 3K. And that's part of the Birkebeiner, like a separate race, or okay?
It's a separate race, and if he comes in first or second for the adaptive sit stuff, he gets to actually go across Lake Hayward on the Birkebeiner day with everybody that's doing the Birkebeiner.
How would that feel?
Good.
Yeah. Judy, how does it make you feel to see Brendan do so well?
It's just so exciting to see somebody find something that he really loves. And, you know, he's an awesome kid. He works hard. He's got great coaches. His parents are amazing. You know, it's just humbling to be asked to help him be his guide for some of this stuff because, honestly, it's just a lot of fun.
Well, Brendan, congratulations to you. And Judy, thanks for all the help you've given him. And I know you play basketball, too, so keep it up. That's fantastic. Good job. Thanks for being with us today. You got to get to basketball practice, so we better let you go. All right, we'll be back with more from Carlos right now.